What's up, everybody? Before this review begins, since you are all the best subscribers in all of YouTube, I wanted to take a moment and announce that I will be doing a giveaway for this Blu-ray copy of Aquaman. One lucky winner will be selected to receive this, and all you have to do is be a subscriber to my channel and visit the link in the description below to enter. Good luck and enjoy the review for Shazam.
What's up, everybody? It's me, E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews, and today we're going to review Shazam! Help! Alright, let's get right into a quick intro. Billy Batson is chosen by an old wizard to become a magical superhero with the task of protecting the world from evil. Well, enough of that, let's get right into the good.
The good.
There's no question about it, Zachary Levi was absolutely born to play the role of Shazam. Levi was funny and very convincing in making you believe that he was really a 14-year-old kid stuck in an adult's body. His performance was reminiscent to that of Tom Hanks's Big, or it may remind you of the more recent Jumanji film. His on-screen chemistry with the supporting cast, such as Jack Dylan Grazer, who played Freddy, was very entertaining, especially during the scenes showcasing their back-and-forth banter. Another solid performance came from the ever-so-reliable Mark Strong, who played Dr. Sylvana. He was a very effective and menacing villain that posed a worthy challenge to that of Shazam. Thankfully, the writing for this film didn't reduce his character to being just a mere mirror villain, where his powers were just a reflection of the main hero's powers. The bit of variance assigned to Sylvana's powers was just enough to pose a legitimate threat to Shazam, which is essential for building up any hero in a superhero movie. One of the absolute best aspects of Shazam is the tone of the movie. For the most part, the fun tone of the movie is in perfect alignment with the character of Shazam. While the movie is mostly entertaining and lighthearted, it still manages to introduce some touching and heartfelt moments with its drama. Despite having some darker moments, Shazam doesn't fall victim to sacrificing the effective, fun nature of the film just for the sake of being dark. Other elements that support the tone of the movie come in the story itself and the writing. The plot was pretty easy to follow, and it stayed true to the heart of its comic inspirations. Best of all, the movie doesn't fall apart in the third act like many other superhero films. The cinematography worked very well by not going overboard with the special effects. We got some nice slow motion action scenes along with some high speed shots. There wasn't any of that wonky CGI, and the pacing along with the editing was executed very well. It was also a nice touch to add in some more modernized elements into the story, such as including the presence of social media. It was interesting to see how the effects of social media status would assist in moving the plot forward and shaping the character of Shazam and Billy Batson too. Now, when it comes to the actual character of Shazam, he's basically DC's version of Deadpool. He wasn't breaking the fourth wall the way Deadpool does, but in the same jovial sense, he played on classic superhero movie tropes. That in itself makes the character of Shazam much more relatable and makes audiences feel as though we're all in on the joke as well. Infusing that level of humor into the character made scenes where he learns about his superpowers that much more entertaining to watch. Fortunately, Shazam's character was not just about jokes and flashy superpowers. The movie set up Shazam to have some thorough character development. Most of that was made possible due to the themes played throughout the film that centered around the idea of family. I thought it was pretty interesting to see how the concept of family played an integral role in many of the characters in the movie, and yet the characters still end up being affected in different ways. Okay, enough of that, let's get right into the bad.
The bad.
Well, there are a couple minor knocks against Shazam, and one of them was the fact that it was rather predictable. The plot telegraphs a number of outcomes in the movie that won't really leave many surprises when it comes to the ending. Luckily, the movie is entertaining and humorous enough where it doesn't really matter whether you can predict the ending or not. Now, while most of the performances in the movie were pretty satisfactory, Jack Dylan Grazer's role as Freddy just really didn't do it for me. His fast-talking, wisecracking character felt a bit stretched, and the comedy was hit or miss. I just felt like the movie wanted him to be a bigger factor, but in all honesty, I was ready to just see more of Billy and or Shazam on screen. Grazer didn't give a terrible performance, he just felt like the weakest among all the other solid ones. Okay, let's get on to the reason.
The reason.
Shazam is the epitome of a fun superhero movie that is sure to give audiences a fun time. As I mentioned before, the tone fits so well that it doesn't feel forced. Forcing that Marvel fun into a movie, you know, kind of like Suicide Squad, was always a misstep for Warner Brothers and DC Comics. However, by letting this movie stay true to the nature of the character, Shazam is free to have a unique voice of its own. As a matter of fact, this depiction of Shazam makes me actually want to see how he would interact with the rest of the Justice League even more. Now, I know one question that a lot of you are going to wonder is, where does Shazam rank among all the other DCEU movies? Personally, I think there's now a three-way tie with both Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Each one of those three movies does something unique on its own that puts it on top for DC. Wonder Woman was a solid film that showcased female empowerment that was true to the nature of the character. Aquaman threw so much stuff at us that even with its flaws, it was still entertaining to watch. And Shazam is a true to form, fun movie that's put together pretty well. So when it comes to the rating for Shazam, I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. Now there is one thing I should mention, especially for parents, and that is the marketing for Shazam is a little bit misleading. There actually are some scary moments in the film that I believe are not really suitable for small or really young children. Shazam is a true PG-13 movie with some swear words, mainly just the S word, and some gruesome violence without the blood. It's kind of following in the same footsteps as the most recent Venom movie. Nevertheless, feel free to go watch Shazam in theaters as soon as it comes out. Shazam hits theaters April 5th, and be sure to stay all the way to the end because you are going to get 2 post-credit scenes. So are you excited to see Shazam? Let me know how you're feeling about the movie in the comments down below. When you do eventually get a chance to see Shazam, be sure to come on back to this video and let me know what you thought about it in the comments so we can talk about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. If you found this review to be helpful, please feel free to share it with your friends. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more videos just like this and more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.